What's Silver Plume? It's an old mining town just off Interstate 70 west of Denver, on the way to the best skiing on planet Earth. Silver Plume is also the name of an electronic insurance reference library on CD-ROM, a kind of compact disc that holds data instead of music. Silver Plume was developed by Insurance Reference Systems, Inc., an AMS company, located in Boulder, Colorado, about 25 miles northwest of Denver, at the base of the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Boulder has a population of about 80,000 people, with an additional 20,000 students in residence at the University of Colorado. Boulder is a very pleasant place to live. Its residents are well educated, pursue a great variety of interests, and love the outdoors. Boulder is a high-tech town with an economy based on computer and biotech businesses. So Silver Plume is an electronic reference library on CD-ROM, but who needs it and how does it help them? Insurance agencies and companies use reference manuals day in, day out to find rates, rules, coverages, and other information. But the manuals change frequently and must be kept up to date, a tedious task. It can be difficult and time-consuming to find the information needed in paper manuals. And often the manual that is sought isn't where it belongs. Silver Plume is an electronic reference library on CD-ROM with a new updated disc each month. With Silver Plume, it's easy for an agency or company office to keep its manuals up to date. And with Silver Plume's table of contents and complete indexing on every word on every page of every manual, it's easy to find the information needed. With Silver Plume on a local area network, each person with a PC can have simultaneous access to the Silver Plume library. Silver Plume makes keeping manual information up to date a snap. It makes searching fast and easy, and it allows everyone in the office to have their own complete set of electronic manuals. The Silver Plume library is kept up to date by a team of professionals who convert, proof, organize and check, make additions and changes to the manuals each month. Some material arrives in paper form and is logged so it can be tracked through the system. Carlo Danielli is starting the process for some incoming ISO material. Paper material is converted to electronic format through key entry or by scanning and optical character recognition, sometimes called OCR. Here Kurt Rudnick is doing some OCR. Part of the conversion process involves reformatting. Here Laura Stinson is making minor fixes to a converted electronic file. Conversion also involves proofing. Jeff Ashley here is comparing the paper original to the new electronic version of a file. Sometimes conversion errors are found. Tim Dardis is making a correction to a converted file. Material that has been key entered arrives on diskette. Keith Caniglio here is proofreading some files that were keyed in Beijing, China, and sent to IRS here in the United States. Shelby Buckwalter here is moving the finished converted text files to the proper location on the network so they can be added into the appropriate manuals. Just as new pages must be put into a paper manual, electronic pages must be inserted into the proper location in an electronic manual. Jana Ross is finding the proper place in an electronic commercial auto manual to insert a new rules page. Once changes are made for a manual, it is run through a process to create a mini database. Jeff Kent here is inspecting a finished electronic manual before putting it on an electronic shelf, waiting for assembly into a CD-ROM release. Some material arrives at IRS already prepared by the publisher. Here Lindy Olson checks the FCNS Bulletins data. The data conversion, proofing, update, and checking process is complicated. Debbie Smith supervises all the people in this area that perform this important core process. Silver Plume is a useful service for the insurance industry. The sales and marketing department see that the word gets out and people around the industry get informed about our service. Here Lynn Duggan is talking to a prospect that called responding to a recent advertisement. Information kits are sent to agencies and companies requesting them. Karen Mooney here is preparing a mailing that includes brochures, flyers, and demo discs. Betsy Jackman, head of the sales area, is talking to IRS sister company Document Systems in Connecticut to schedule a joint demonstration at a company prospect. New customers need help installing and learning to use Silver Plume. Existing customers sometimes call in with questions about how to find a particular piece of information in the Silver Plume electronic library. Reed Benson here is taking incoming calls on the special incoming Silver Plume service line. Though the Silver Plume software is easy to use, using it effectively requires knowing some shortcuts and special techniques. Marcia Morrison is writing a tutorial demonstrating some search concepts. Some technical service problems require research and attempting to duplicate the customer's environment. John Kearns here is using a Silver Plume test bed to test Silver Plume in a Microsoft Windows NT environment. Janelle Parsons is IRS Senior Service Representative. She knows the electronic library inside out and is helping a customer understand how to do a search to find information on toxic waste exposure. Serving customers has many dimensions: making changes to subscriptions, correcting a billing error, getting the CD discs mailed out on time, and so on. Marge Otting is preparing startup kits for new customers. Rosa Crafton takes an incoming call requesting that the NCCI material be added to the customer subscription. IRS shipped CD-ROM drives to some customers. Fran Otting, office manager, is preparing inventory reports to go to AMS College Station. The Silver Plume library can be accessed through DOS and Windows programs provided to subscribers by IRS. IRS has also created software to internally manage and process the electronic library. Kevin Brown is working on a new program called Author that will make it easy for IRS to set up and maintain its electronic manuals. Keen Tomchek here is checking on the programs that are creating the next month's Silver Plume library. The backbone of the IRS operation is a Novell network with 10 gigabytes of online storage. Mike Brown keeps the network running and is here adding a new PC workstation to the network. Mike Holland manages the customer and technical service departments. Mike is here tracking open service calls for follow-up. Lauren Parsons, IRS Vice President, and John Ashenhurst, President, are here reviewing plans for a new product introduction. Silver Plume is information that works, and IRS is a company that works and plays.